Welcome to my WWE TLC pay-per-view review and reactions. Hi, how y'all guys doing? My name is Felix, featuring the live PHIVE channel here, and today I have something I want to offer to you. Welcome, open your holiday stockings with one of the best pay-per-views of the year. It was a star-studded match over and over with superstars such as Charlotte, Bates, and Paige, Roman Reigns, and Sheamus. You got the Cannonball Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, the Wyatt family versus Team ECW, and many more coming up on the match card. Now, I will be reviewing this for your liking, so if you don't mind, smash that like button down below and comment if you have any other opinions, and subscribe if you're new because there will be more content on the channel in the future. Here's the review for your liking. See you guys later, and happy holidays. I felt like I was back in NXT, but unfortunately, I heavily wasn't. WWE TLC has kicked off with Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch in its attempt to put the women's division down once again, but it failed. Why? Because Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch can put on a really good match. Now, you are telling me that one day that these two divas can rise in the Divas division, yes. But just like the New Day with Team Bad, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Tamina, they can rise in the Divas division. All it takes is a little climb, because the Bellas are out because Nikki Bella is injured. And then Team PCB is gone because Becky Lynch is being a third wheel. Charlotte is the Divas champion and she's being maniacal. And Paige, I mean, come on. Paige is a lone wolf. So, in this matchup, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch gave that fight just like it was back in NXT when they fought each other and when they were busting each other's asses every night so that Becky can win that title. But however, Becky's loss was just how it was in NXT. Bitter sweet. When she put Sasha Banks through the disarmor, Tamina distracted the ref and Naomi got the kick. And Sasha put Becky in the bank statement. And that's all she wrote, folks. Now, I give this match a 4 out of 5. It was a great kickoff match. It's way better than the kickoff matches they usually have at pay-per-views, and I can't wait to see what's next in the card, because the card is beautiful, because the matchup card is beautiful for tonight, guys. Make sure you check it out. Loving this match, and hopefully Sasha for champion in the future. Thanks. Let me introduce you to the first match of the card, and I know this is one of the greatest matches on the card, and I'm glad that this match was first because it put a good taste in my mouth. It put a good, it gave me just reminiscence. It gave me a great palate, and I'm glad to say that the latter triple threat match with the New Day, the Lucha Dragons, and the Usos it was so riveting. It was so great. And the New Day started out with their, normal New Day antics. And they were here to make a statement. They were here to make a statement. And the statement was made. My prediction was that the New Day was going to leave with their titles. And they walked into TLC with their titles. And walked out of TLC with their titles. They did not disappoint. But they did use the numbers game. But they were decimated in the process. Let me give you a little rundown. Kofi Kingston got decimated by the ladder early on. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw the carnage that was in the ring. These people sacrificed their bodies, their lives to win these titles. Now, I'm not going to say that this match was the easiest. I'm not going to say that the New Day had it all along. No, they only had it because of the numbers game. They were fatigued. They were done. You saw Kofi Kingston's ladder match abilities. You saw Big E bench press the ladder with two grown men on it. Two grown men sailing the Lucha Dragons outside of the ring. The carnage didn't stop. All members of the tag team ladder match were out. They were kaput. They were done. They were literally just using inches of their life to grab those tag team titles. Oh, their bodies were laid around the ring like a circus. But Xavier Woods, he stayed put. He stayed put like a good little boy for the first coming of the match. Now, I will not say that for later on in the match, because Kalisto was climbing to get that title. Climbing high, soaring high to reach those tag team gold. The first time that the Lucha Dragons would win tag team gold in the WWE. And guess what? It was thwarted by Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods for quarterback, mind you. Xavier Woods for quarterback for throwing that trombone at the back of Kalisto and Kofi Kingston nailing him off of the ladder so they can retain those tag team titles. I said this in my prediction. When you have the numbers game, you never lose. Once you bring on a one-on-one or a two-on-two into the picture, you always have a fairness. But this match, no, it wasn't fair. But what's fair when it's no disqualification? You brought 3 men to a no disqualification match and decided that it was going to be fair? Nah, bruh. But my review for this match, it gave a 5 out of 5. It reminded me of the old school matches. It reminded me of Edge and Christian. It reminded me of the Dudley Boys. It reminded me so much of the greatness that WWE can attain, and thankfully it was way better than that horrible crap they called Survivor Series. This match got a 5 out of 5, and it was in this match surprised me early, and I'm glad they put this match first. We're gonna go on to the next match, shall we? New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. You got the big guy versus the Bulgarian brute with the lovely woman at his side, made for a typical big man match. Now, even though this match was built at the last minute, it was built, I had to rush and find it on the internet, it was a nice, strong match. And I'm glad they have Rusev back as he was, a Bulgarian brute, a man who will protect Lana at any cost, and not the chauvinistic pig they tried to make him. No more Maury antics, but a true love story with an actual power couple. Well, besides Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, but they're 2 different stories. Rusev and Ryback, this match wasn't that bad. Now, I'm not going to say it was 5 out of 5 material, but, you know, preceding the match beforehand, this match was in the middle. But Rusev left the match. He was going to leave the match with Lana. He wasn't going to have it anymore. He was just going to leave. He was like, F it, I'm leaving with Lana. Lana is bae, Lana is boo, all this other good stuff. But Ryback wasn't having that. Ryback wanted a fair match. And when he caught that kick in the face, how fair did you think that was, Ryback? But, you know, Ryback was going for, you know, an Irish whip to put Rusev back into the ring, or to give him a meat hook, whichever one seemed probable. But Lana hit into Ryback, and Rusev went boingos, he went nuts. Rusev's protective skins was up real quick, 0 to 100 real quick, and he crushed Ryback to bits. However, Ryback did get out of the first accolade that he was put into. However, the second accolade led to destruction. Led for Ryback. Ryback didn't tap out, he passed out. That will get Rusev into a title picture. Not on what title picture he wants to get into yet, but that's title picture worthy. When you make someone pass out to the accolade, bring back the brute. And this is what WWE did. Thank you. Now, my second prediction came true, because in my prediction I said Rusev would win, but I didn't know Rusev would win in this monstrous manner. The brute will live on another day, and this is the Rusev I miss, and I'm glad they brought him back. This match was a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. I won't say it was perfect. It had its little flaws, you know, the little love story I could do without, but the accolade that he was put through, that Ryback was put through, priceless. Bushia Boshka. Ring the brute. Next on the card, we have the Conquistador versus the Real American Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger in a chairs match for the United States Championship match. Now, I was thinking, could I go 3 for 3? Could my predictions go 3 for 3? We're gonna see. My prediction was correct. Alberto Del Rio kept his United States Championship, but by no means was it easy. Just like all the other matches, this is one of the most brutal matches of the night. And like Alberto Del Rio said, for a real champion, all chairs were legal. The Steel Brutuses can make or break someone's career. Shawn Michaels should know that. Wink, wink. Jack Swagger tried to come back into the relevant circle of the WWE, and he was fighting for Zeb Coulter because Zeb Coulter was his mentor before him. But I'm glad Del Rio dropped Zeb Coulter because he didn't need Zeb Coulter. What Mex America? What kind of sense did that make? I didn't understand it when it first came, and I don't understand it now. But when the match began, the two musketeers went at it with chairs like they were parlay. Ting, 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 ting. Didn't really understand it. But Swagger did have some momentum at the beginning of the match, I would say. But barely did it get anywhere. Del Rio pelted Swagger with chairs. Swagger pelted Del Rio with chairs. And Del Rio was raining chairs from above on Jack Swagger. Raining him down. Pat, 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 pat. You heard. But did y'all see when Jack Swagger put Del Rio in the Patriot Lock with the chair? I really thought it was over for Del Rio at that point. I was like, tap, Del Rio, tap. You have to do it. Just tap, bruh. Tap. That's what you need to do. Just tap. It'll be over with soon. Just tap. But Del Rio was turning into a raspberry real quick. And then he came to rise, to reign over, and he put Jack Swagger through the cross arm breaker on the ropes. Holy shit. And then pelted him with chairs after chairs after chairs after chairs, and those bruises lacerated Jack Swagger's back. It was bruised like he was getting whipped, like he was getting just destroyed, beaten. Del Rio took control of the match and ended with stomping Jack Swagger through a rain of chairs down below his back. His back couldn't take anymore. His back couldn't take all those lacerations. It was over, and Del Rio is still your champion. Now, when I reviewed this match was a 4.5 out of 5. Now, even though Jack Swagger is not in the relevant circle, he tried his might. He tried his hardest, and his tries reigned supreme. That was a good match, Swagger, but Del Rio won. Believe that. Alberto Del Rio, still your United States champion. I went 3 for 3, guys. Let's see if my predictions can go further. Let's see if they can go further and further and further. This pay-per-view couldn't get any better. The Eerie, the team, the new face of fear versus the Extreme Lords. ECW, ECW, ECW. I'm bringing you the review of the Wyatt family versus Team ECW. And for WWE to make this an eliminations tables match makes it bar none. That is genius. It is miraculous. It is great. That is a great match to have. Thank you, WWE creators. You have the team with 85 years of experience in Extreme Rules versus the new face of fear. You got Braun Strowman. You have Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt versus Tommy Dreamer, Team 3D, Bubba Ray, and Devon Dudley, and don't forget the Gore Machine himself, Rhino. If you heard those chants, ECW, it was lovely. It was lovely to hear that. And they tried to get rid of Braun Strowman early. You saw that match. They were beating him with every item they could use. They used tables. They used chairs. They used kendo sticks like it was wild. And I was thinking, maybe Can I go 4 for 4? Maybe they have a chance. Team 3D eliminated Eric Rowan early when they hit the 3D on the table. Oh, my brother, testify. I was there, but that didn't stop the Wyatts, however. That did not stop them, however. But I so excited to see destruction, carnage, pain, bring back the extreme era of WWE. Don't make it just for pay-per-views, make it live. See a chair match on a live event. See a chair match on Raw and SmackDown. Bring that back. But it didn't stop the Wyatts, however, because Luke Harper eliminated the Gore Machine Rhino. They defeated one of the strongest men early. But the tag team prowess gets into the picture when you realize that Team 3D and the ECW boys have been around each other for longer than the Wyatts have. But do you think that that's something? Do you think that that's a positive input? It's weird. But then you get to the core of the match where Bray Wyatt slams Devon with the vicious Uranagi through the table, and then that makes the numbers game go down. Uh-oh, Team ECW. Uh-oh, Team ECW. Oh my goodness, it was 2 against 1, and Tommy Dreamer and Bubba Ray Dudley was fighting for their lives, using the kendo sticks, swinging them around wildly, just beating them down, beating each other down, beating them down until it is regal. But not even, wear that ass thin with those kendo sticks, wear it thin. But you can't do it, not against the new face of fear. And Tommy Dreamer was eliminated by Luke Harper after they tried to bury Braun Strowman under the machine tables, and then it was 1 versus 3 for Bubba Ray Dudley. But Bubba Ray Dudley has been in extreme situations enough. He was trying to make that carnage livid. He was trying to make that carnage live. Do you understand? Bubba Ray Dudley was thinking. He put thoughts to his head. He said he was part of that extreme movement, and he tried to light the table on fire. And he was going to put Bray Wyatt through it. Could you understand the demon being put through fire itself? Ironic, isn't it? But Bubba Ray was soon put through a table by Braun Strowman, making it a 3-on-1 advantage for the new faces of fear. The numbers game was heavy, and like I said with the other tag team, once you have the numbers game, you have everything in WWE. No one can battle the numbers game. But all I have to say is this: I respect Team ECW, but this match has gotten a 5 out of 5 for me. I was excited from the time that it was on to the time that it ended. Follow the buzzards. This match, this pay-per-view has excited me further. Let's go on, shall we? What my eyes just saw, what my eyes just witnessed at WWE TLC was beyond me. Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title was legendary. Kevin Owens came out there at the beginning of the match and proclaimed that this is the Kevin Owens show. But Ambrose came to the ring and announced that this is the Ambrose Asylum. He is the Joker of that asylum and would reign with that title. Dean Ambrose won the Intercontinental title. Now, I thought I could go 5 for 5. You know what this is. This is a Felix feature in the Live 5 channel. I thought I could go 5 for 5, but apparently I was wrong. This match will carve all the matches soon to come for Roman Reigns. So since Dean Ambrose won that title, I'm looking for Roman Reigns to put some fire into the match. But against the Cannonball, Kevin Owens, it wasn't easy for Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is always there, and he couldn't capture the glory for 6 months, and now he is the Intercontinental title holder. He is the face, the only face that holds the title at this Now, it would spur the moment later, but we will see. Dean Ambrose beat a 9 count early on in the match when Kevin Owens put him through hell. When he put them outside the ring, he did a senton. He threw him for a fallaway slam into the barricade. And it was just a vicious barrage by Kevin Owens. And it was a top rope battle by the two. All match. Did you see when Kevin Owens hit the rolling senton on the top rope? Or were you there when the lunatic fringe hit Kevin Owens with dirty deeds and Kevin Owens put one finger on the ropes? One finger, and the ref scouted that. Years I've never seen a ref good as that. Thank you, ref, for scouting that. Because I've never seen a ref scout that for years, and he had to count out. The ref scouted that, but the Asylum, Ambrose won the title. He won the Intercontinental title, and this will carve a very well scouted next pay-per-view. Ambrose versus Kevin Owens again. 5 out of 5 potential. 5 out of 5 ready. They did it. Ambrose did it. And you know what? My prediction was wrong. And Chris Breezy, my prediction was wrong. You were right. Dean Ambrose will win. Because Dean Ambrose is the crazy man. The lunatic fringe. Proud of you, Dean Ambrose. 5 out of 5 match. This match was a 5 out of 5. And this will carve Roman Reigns' future. See you on the next match card. I'm a Kevin Owens fan, and I thought Kevin Owens was going to win that match. But apparently, I was duped. Thanks, WWE creators. Thank you for proving me wrong. Whoa! This next match on the match card was Charlotte versus Paige for the Divas title. The dirtiest man of the game, Ric Flair, conceived a daughter. And to make her grow up to be his successor, she has. Now, controversial as this match is, since Paige backstabbed Team PCB, saying, "This is my house," and even Charlotte turning into one of the dirtiest players in the game. But isn't she like a carbon copy of her old man, as she kept her Divas title? Because she's rolling around and she's become the styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, woo, son of a gun. And I'm just looking at just having a nice holiday because Ric Flair accomplished what his daughter when he conceived her, and used those advantages to his advantage, of course. Now, Charlotte with the title is smart. Paige as an opponent, however, is not. Paige is screaming, "This is my house, this is my house, this is my house. I started the Divas Revolution, but where the fuck is the title? Where the fuck is it, Paige? Why haven't you won the title?" That's a question I need to know. If you're screaming around here saying, "This is my house, this is my house," where is your title? Charlotte was trying to take care of his daughter, uses dirty tactics, but it happened to no avail. The numbers game affected Paige in this match. The numbers game affected Paige, but you can't even lie. The dirty Charlotte came out in this matchup. Oh, I love watching dirty Charlotte. Charlotte is turning into like her old man and the dirtiest player of the game. When you have won 16 titles, you could do whatever you want. 16 world championships. But Paige tried to stay ahead of the game with the sleeper hold. The sleeper hold was heavy. The sleeper hold was just, he kept him into it. And when Paige hit that figure 4 leg lock, oh my god, did you see that figure 4 leg lock Paige hit? But come on now. You think Charlotte was going to let that stay? You think Charlotte was going to let that stick? She's the daughter of Ric Flair. If she doesn't know anything, it's to how to get out of her dad's finisher. But it didn't work because she, put that in. No, she reversed it. She reversed it. And then Paige hit the Black Widow on Charlotte and screamed to Ric Flair, "This is for you." And almost had the 3 count. almost had the 3 count on Charlotte, but you know what? That didn't work. Because Ric Flair was there to help his daughter and put her foot on the outside of the ropes. Something that the ref didn't see at Survivor Series for Paige. Sorry, Paige. You didn't win the title. You didn't win it all. This is your house. Please. The Flairs are running this game now. But now, you know what would be nice to see? Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Or even Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. But it's all good. Because Charlotte opened that turnbuckle, unlocked the turnbuckle, and defeated Paige. Now, was it right? No. But was it WWE standard? Heck, yes. 5 out of 5 match. For real. 5 out of 5 match definite. And Charlotte is going to stay by her dad's side. No matter what. Woo! And now we get to the bread and butter of every review. And now we get to the bread and butter of everything. For the coveted prize, Dean Ambrose won the Intercontinental title. And so this was supposed to tell the story of Roman Reigns. But however, his Cinderella story is not coming yet. 515 has cursed Roman Reigns for weeks since Survivor Series. And Roman Reigns has been at war with the new turned Sheamus. However, this war has been going on forever, and since Roman was a former champion, he's still a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion one time, because he did not win his match at TLC. However, they were in a fight of perseverance. Sheamus faced Cena in TLC of 2009 to win the WWE Championship, and 6 years later, he bringing home for his family for Christmas. He's bringing home that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this was a big fight. Sheamus was on his prowess since he has been with Roman, since he has been in a match like this before. And this was where wrestling ability comes to fruition. And this is when the numbers game also comes to fruition. Sheamus is a better wrestler. He has better technical abilities. He can use his abilities better, but he is not a better fighter. Roman Reigns, however, is the better fighter. You cannot say that he isn't. The Celtic Warrior is not the better fighter here. Roman Reigns just sailed him. Superman punch, Superman punch, Superman punch, Superman punch. That's all you heard all night. Superman punch! And then, oh my goodness, Sheamus put Roman through so many tables. He put him through so many tables, then Roman Reigns had championship matches. Even put him through the white noise through the tables. These guys annihilated each other. He made Sheamus bruise. He maimed Sheamus. He made him bleed. He cut his arm. Cut him apart. But Roman needed that title. He didn't want it. He needed that title. It's been WrestleMania of last year since Roman has got that moment. He needed that title. But this match has been longer than 5 minutes and 15 seconds. He's not going to be cursed by that anymore. They abused each other. Roman Reigns abused Sheamus. They beat each other and ruined their destinies, their hopes, their dreams, and championship glory. And I was surprised they were standing in the ring. I was surprised that they were standing, making sure everything was okay. I'm surprised that happened. Did y'all see Superman chair? When Roman Reigns did the Superman version of the Superman punch with the chair in his hand? Superman chair! Superman chair! It was amazing, wasn't it? It was amazing, wasn't it? But Roman Reigns is cursed to be a bridesmaid since this matchup. Because when Sheamus hoisted that title in the air, it just proved his destiny to be carved. He proved it to be so. The League of Nations came into the match and ruined Roman Reigns' chance. Roman Reigns has always tried to get that WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and it has always been thwarted by interference. It has always been thwarted. And when Roman Reigns lost, he lost himself. He lost everything. He lost everything that was for him. And he just pelted Sheamus in the League of Nations after the match was over with. Roman Reigns destroyed them. Roman Reigns took the chair to all of them, started beating Sheamus like he stole something. I'm surprised if Sheamus isn't injured after this matchup. Sheamus deserves whatever punishment Roman has given to him, and I'm mad that Sheamus kept the title because Roman needs that title. He doesn't want that title. He needs that title. WWE creators, what are you thinking? If you're trying to send Roman Reigns into to WrestleMania, send him to WrestleMania with the title. Don't send him in this embarrassing state. Roman Reigns is crazy. Roman Reigns will become a dangerous man. Even Triple H tried to calm him down, and he can't because Roman Reigns is furious. He's lost title match after title match after title match after title match, had the title in his grasp and lost it. How would you feel if you've lost every chance that you've had at championship glory? You'd be furious. This championship match gains a 5 out of 5 for me. They ripped each other apart. They did carnage to each other. They created war for each other. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been through his journey, and I'm mad that I was right about my prediction. I'm so upset that I was right about my prediction, but Roman should have won. I needed Roman to win. And as Triple H is standing in the ring to tell Roman to quit the carnage, quit the annihilation because it is over, the match is done. What is soon to happen? Roman Reigns didn't just oh my goodness, what did you see what he did to Triple H? He didn't spear Triple H. He didn't just give Triple H a spear. Chair shot after chair shot after chair shot after chair shot after chair shot. This is what we needed. Roman Reigns to turn heel. This is what we needed, WWE Universe. This is what we needed. Roman Reigns is sick of Triple H's and Stephanie McMahon's bullshit. Every time he comes into the ring, every time it's a championship match, he loses. That Samoan anger is coming out of him. That Samoan fury is coming out of him, and it is lovely. He is giving Triple H his due. You can hear Stephanie just scream, "Stop! Stop, Roman! Stop, Roman! Stop, Roman! Stop, Roman! Stop, Roman! Stop!" But do you think Roman Reigns will hear that? Roman Reigns has wanted a championship. He has deserved a championship. But now, he is giving Triple H hell. Triple H is even fighting back. He's fighting back against Roman. He's fighting back. Can you see it? He's fighting back. Roman. Roman Reigns has just had a systematic destruction of himself. You can tell. Is Roman Reigns gonna have his job on Monday? Is the question. Is he gonna keep his job? He is putting Triple H through so much hell. He powerbombed him on the table and then put an elbow drop on him. Oh my goodness, this is bliss. This is what we've been waiting for, WWE Universe, and I'm glad I am here to give you the review. This aftermath also gets a 5 out of 5. Roman Reigns will be probably trying to find another job after this, but I'm glad that he did these things to Triple H, and I'm glad he did these things to Sheamus because they deserved it. All these months, they deserved it, and I'm glad. I'm very glad. Poor Stephanie. Roman Reigns even hit a spear on Triple H after all what he was already through. Oops. This pay-per-view has sent ups and downs, championship glories and championship losses. And it is all for the betterment of WWE. And this pay-per-view gets a 4.5 out of 5 for me. This pay-per-view has sent my emotions crazy. It sent it everywhere. It was just everywhere. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. It gets a 4 out of 5 for me. Oh my goodness. This is Trump Survivor Series. Survivor Series is crap compared to this. This is how you make a match card. This is how you make a match card. Full of extreme, full of excitement, full of the night. Roman, keep your career. Dean Ambrose, congratulations. Charlotte, keep with your dad. Stay with your dad. He will teach you how to be vicious. But Anyway, guys, if you like this content and more WWE content in the future, smash that like button down below and comment and subscribe if you're new, and I will be back for Royal Rumble as well as the WWE Takeover Edition in London review. See you later, guys. Bye.